Springs Unwrapped starts right now. Well, hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Palm Springs Unwrapped. I'm so excited for all the segments we are showcasing today. We are going to be getting a polo lesson ahead of those polo matches happening later this week. Make sure you get your tickets for that. We're also talking to some artists from the Old Town La Quinta area, a very talented group of people. And we had the chance to sit down with the one and only Joshua Molina. He's going to be at McCallum Theater next Sunday doing some selected shorts, so you definitely want to get tickets for that show as well. So now I'm doing a lot of talking, but let's take a look. We'll start with that polo lesson that happened at the Polo Grounds. Take a look. Bree, you're the partnership marketing manager with Agua Caliente Casino. This is such an exciting event. Third annual with you guys,
Third
correct?
annual, yes, absolutely. It's our third year partnering with Polo America. We're so excited to be a part of this event. It really just brings a great experience to the community, and I mean, polo culture, who doesn't love that?
I know, I am so excited just being here on the Polo Grounds to get to see kind of these matches happening. What can people expect from this Polo and Balloon Classic happening next week?
Absolutely. It's 3 events, so there's lots for folks to experience. Kicks off with a cocktail party at Coda Gallery. There's going to be some equestrian art and tastings from different restaurants in El Paseo. And then we're really looking forward to the fashion show. It takes place at the show at Agua Caliente Rancho Mirage. And it's called the What to Wear to Polo Fashion Show.
Okay.
So it gives people a little bit of an idea of what to wear on Sunday to the match. It's going to be featuring 3 different designers. We have Gracie by Kelly Marie Gray, Chrissy's on El Paseo, and Insanity this year. There's also going to be featured jewelry by Robons. I really encourage you to go buy your tickets, experience this event. It's one not to miss.
Oh my gosh, well, I am so excited for this event again happening this week starting on Wednesday. So definitely get your tickets. Now we're talking about those polo matches. I'm doing sort of a polo lesson that we're doing for a 5 months pregnant woman here. So let's go meet Randy on the field. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
I'm so excited being here. I'm just getting so giddy for this event that is happening this week. Now, we have our friends behind us, Muffin Pod and Kyle, who's going to be giving us that lesson in just a second. But let's talk about just really everything that is going on when we talk about this Saturday match. There is a lot to be had event-wise on Saturday, right?
Saturday's going to be incredible. We got 2 amazing teams. We got the Agua Caliente Casino Polo team playing the John Crespi Financial Advisors team. We've got the hat contest, which everybody just loves. In fact, we rival the Kentucky Derby.
Fun.
The most elegant, most original hat.
Okay.
And you'll love the halftime. It's a Duendi Design halftime money run. They'll drive out on the field. They'll throw out envelopes with over $2,000 in cash and prizes.
What?
Line everybody up on the boards. Hit the horn, and it's the mad dash for the money. El Dorado is like the home for polo in the West Coast, especially for the winter.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. I started here in 1987 playing polo here. And this place has just grown leaps and bounds. And we're very fortunate with Coachella coming here that they're still allowing the El Dorado Polo Club to do the lease here.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable the amount of players we have. Probably about 150 players come in. Horses, you know, probably I'd say maybe 800-900 horses coming in.
Wow.
Kyle Fargy's got the polo school out here. Anybody that wants to learn how to play polo can come out here whether they've had experience or not.
And remind people one more time, Randy, where they can buy tickets for all these events happening this week.
It's $150, an all-inclusive ticket for all 3 days. Go to poloamerica.com and get your tickets online.
I love it. And if people get so inspired by these events, they can actually come back and get a lesson with Kyle, right?
Oh, definitely. Kyle runs the polo school out here. It doesn't matter if you know how to ride or not. He'll teach you how to ride. He'll supply you with the horse, equipment, get you started.
I love it. Well, I know we're doing kind of a makeshift lesson because I got a 5-month-old baby in here. Should I go get ready?
We should get you dressed for a polo.
Oh, we should. Hold on just a second. All right, well, how do I look, Randy?
You're a polo player.
All right, we're ready to go. Let's go meet Kyle. Can you explain the game to us a little bit? How does it work?
So there's 4 players on each side. A lot of people want racing in Canada, so we describe it sort of as hockey and horseback. So you've got 4 players against 4 on the opposing team.
Okay.
Goals on each end, and then you sort of just try to get goals back and forth.
And what has been your favorite part about playing polo?
Everything. Well, just you've got to love the horses. Just to spend the time with the horses all day and the camaraderie you build with teammates and the exhilaration of the game. There's so much to it.
Well, I know we're getting to walk with our friends here. Normally, I would be doing a full polo lesson on the horses, but since we're pregnant, but you're going to teach me to do a little hooking lesson, right?
So we've got this wooden horse and sort of it's like a batting cage sort of building.
Yeah.
So we can kind of teach you the mechanics of the swing and how to hit the ball. So we can hit the ball on either side of the horse, so the right side or the left. So we just sort of show you all the shots in that hitting cage.
All right.
Okay, so like we're shaking hands, thumb facing up. So you have to.
Left-handed, by the way.
Today you're right-handed.
Oh, today I'm right-handed.
So everyone has to play with their right hand.
Oh, really?
Just the way the rules work. So I mean,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So go over your thumb,
Okay.
across your knuckles, a couple twists, and then you're in the middle of the V. We're always going to have this number facing up.
Okay.
That's the length of the mallet.
Oh.
Depending on the size of the horse and the length of your arm, then we adjust the length of the mallet.
Interesting. Okay.
And then from now, we're just going to let it rest on your shoulder. Just here, perfect.
Okay.
So we'll start with our feet.
Okay.
We always put weight on our heel. We put the stirrup on the ball of our foot, weight on the heel. The knee and the upper leg is always engaged. So think that from your knee to your groin, that's your glue. That's your glue to the saddle.
Okay.
So we're always squeezing with those inner adductors.
Okay. Interesting.
And then we use our lower leg, we use our calf and our heel to accelerate and turn. So if we want the horse to go faster, we engage the heel. If we want the horse to turn, the horse turns away from the pressure. So with our left hand here, where the reins would be, so we turn with 3 things. We turn with our eyes, our hand, and our leg. So sitting tall, taller. So if we want to turn, we bring that left hand left, then we push with the right leg, looking where we're going. And then once we want to hit the ball, we're going to keep that left hand grounded on the neck. The knee is going to stay squeezing. We're going to roll our hips forward a bit. Yep. Now we're going to bring our mallet down and get our depth. So we're getting our depth, coming down a bit lower, reaching, yes. Here's our depth. Now we're going to work the pendulum. So we're going to try to time it. The ball's going to be just off your stirrup, beneath your head when you hit it.
Okay.
So here's our forehand, backhand, forehand, just soft wrist, backhand. So you can always read the number. In the back, find the number, contact, number, follow through, number.
Got it.
So you're going palm out, palm in. stand all the way up. See how much more reach this is gonna give you?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. So you're usually standing up.
So it's not really standing, it's more that we're just rolling and we're engaging all here.
Okay.
Because that's our stability, right? The stability all comes from the legs.
Okay.
So we're gonna time it off the stirrup, beneath the head.
Okay.
We're gonna draw back and we're gonna aim straight up that track.
Straight up. Oh.
So we're here and then we're boom.
Woo!
And then we're gonna hit it again when it comes back.
Oh, okay.
This is all you. Yes. So we line it up right there.
Okay.
Fire in the hole.
Boom.
Yes, fire. And then,
that was a warm up.
just like golf,
Yep.
so that those eyes stay down even once the ball's gone.
Oh, like in golf.
Because you don't want this.
Yeah, not what I just did.
Don't
All
do
right,
that.
Don't
Don't
do that.
do that.
Boom.
Yes, right.
Hey!
Now we get it on the way back.
Let's go!
Beauty, yes. And a third, yes. Now you've got it. Keep going,
know how
keep
you
going.
did this.
Yes, really good. Keep going.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
we're getting there.
Well, welcome back to Palm Springs Unwrapped. If you're looking for an afternoon of fun, laughter, and captivating old Hollywood stories told by well-renowned actors, then make sure to get your tickets to selected shorts at McCallum Theater Sunday, February 4th. And here to tell us more about this show is very successful actor Joshua Molina. Joshua, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I am so excited to talk to you because you are, obviously, everyone knows you from the countless things that you have done, the Big Bang Theory scandal, the West Wing. You started your career on Broadway with A Few Good Men, which I love because my husband's a Marine. But I have to ask, you've done so many different things. How does preparing for these shorts, these stories on stage differ, or is it similar to preparing for a monologue on a show and a Broadway show?
That's a great question. It's more similar to theater than it is to TV work because the challenge of TV is essentially doing little bits of material at a time over and over and over and over until you get one that you like. And the beauty of theater is that it all happens in the moment, and that if you're doing a play and something goes wrong, you have to deal with it as it happens. And that's the same when reading a story. Live performance, for me, ultimately is a little bit more exciting than working in front of a camera, although that's good too.
Right? Yeah. I have to ask, I'm curious. I feel like I know the answer. Are you doing funny stories? Because I know you're a very comedic guy. Are these funny stories or a little bit of both?
Nice to say. Well, I think the theme this time around, or rather I know, is old Hollywood. I will say that my piece is brief and very funny. It's by Tanya James. It's very, very well written, and it sort of takes a comically jaundiced look at Indiana Jones and whether he has lost step with our times. It's very fun.
Goodness. Okay, I'm excited to see this story, and especially having you share it. I figured since you're going to be sharing some stories on McCallum Theater, I thought we could, talk a little bit about some of your stories. So do you have a favorite story from your entire career that I know you've been doing for many, many years? Is there a favorite moment, favorite story you like to share from being a successful actor like yourself?
Great question. You're nice to say. I think one of the pivotal moments of my career, for better or worse, came as a result of my being on Broadway in A Few Good Men way back in 1989, as a result of my friendship with Aaron Sorkin. So I got the fast track to at least the beginnings of success because I was friends with a great writer who wanted me to be in his play.
Yeah.
And one of these small perks of being in a Broadway show, at least back then, was that you got to participate in the Broadway Bowling League. And so we would go and bowl once a week. The guys from A Few Good Men would bowl against the cast of A Chorus Line, and fun was had. And Aaron, as the playwright, would always join us. And on one particular night, he bought a huge tray of cheeseburgers for everyone, took a comically large bite of a cheeseburger before he got up to bowl, and then fell to the ground and appeared to be choking. And what we took to be shtick, or joking around, soon it became clear that he actually was choking. And in a rare example of my performing with any kind of grace under crisis, I Heimlicked him, and this giant hockey puck of hamburger actually was dislodged. And he survived. And I like to say, maybe related, maybe unrelated, I have gone on to appear in most things that he's written since that moment.
That was the bond right there when you saved his life.
I think maybe, yeah. So if you're watching me and you're like, how does that guy get work? He's not very good.
Yeah,
it might have a connection to the story I just told.
Well, you are very talented, but I will say now it's good to know if you save someone's life from choking, maybe you'll be in a couple of their movies. So good note.
I have young people will come to me, young would-be actors, and they want advice, and I'm always like, Heimlich someone who's more talented than you are. For me.
And it'll take you really far in life. So those are the quotes by Josh. I love that story. That's amazing. Bowling League. And then I have to ask you too, Ed, this is a side note, but then you got to play in the film A Few Good Men. What was that like, transitioning from the Broadway show to the film?
That was very exciting because it was, although I played a very, very small role in the movie, it was my first movie ever, and I did get to interact with Kiefer Sutherland and J.T. Walsh and all these great actors, and I actually had a one-on-one with Jack Nicholson. So it was a huge thrill for a young actor to be able to work with a star like that. And Nicholson couldn't have been any nicer or more encouraging to me. So it was a very nice and encouraging entry into film work.
Right. Most of the time you're starting on a short film. You're starting with Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson. So no big deal there for starting
Again,
out.
I got very, very, very lucky.
Right. Yeah. Great start to your career. Now, I also know another story I'd like to hear from you. I know you're quite the prankster. I've heard several stories from Scandal, from The West Wing. Do you have a favorite prank story that you like to share?
Well, sure. I guess one of my glory days of pranking took place when I was on The West Wing many years ago at this point. Jimmy Smits, fantastic actor, joined the cast not long before Valentine's Day, and he was working very closely with Brad Whitford. And Janelle Maloney, who played Donna on the show, and I sent an enormous bouquet of flowers to Jimmy from Brad Whitford, and I had stolen from Brad's, he's an old friend of mine, going back to A Few Good Men. I had stolen from his trailer some monogrammed or personalized stationery, so it really seemed to be from Brad. And we had this overdone bouquet delivered to Jimmy on set. And apparently, unfortunately, I wasn't working that day, but apparently it was super awkward because I think Jimmy thought that Brad had a huge crush on him. Brad, of course, knew immediately that I was behind it, but let me implicate Janelle as well because it was also her idea.
My goodness, that's amazing. Hopefully someone got video that at least that you got to enjoy that moment. Did you get pranked back for that?
It exists only in some people's memory. It was not. It was before the day of an iPhone in everyone's pocket, sadly.
Did anyone ever prank you back for for that? Did they get you back with these friends?
Yes. I've gotten, yes. If you see, the entire cast of A Few Good Men was on the Ellen show surrounding the finale. And at one point she brought out cakes, a separate cake with each of our likenesses on it, or our characters. And I saw Jimmy Smits lean over and whisper to Richard Schiff. What I found out later, couldn't hear him, but I found out later what he said is, I'll give $5,000 to your favorite charity if you smash Josh's face in that cake. And you can find the YouTube video somewhere. The entire cast hunted me down like an animal and did, in fact, smash the cake in my face.
No way.
So revenge was enacted.
Yeah, at least, see, they got video of that, so that's unfair, because you didn't get video
That one's
of
on
your
video,
moment.
exactly.
Ah.
As far as my thing, maybe I didn't do anything.
I guess you got to do it again, you know, so you get this one on video. So there you go.
I like your thinking.
See, we're on the same page. Now I have to ask you, because I was listening to an interview. You're coming here to Palm Desert. I heard you took up pickleball with your recent Broadway cast. Are you planning on playing any pickleball here? And are you getting better at the game?
I'm definitely getting better. I played maybe once every couple weeks when I was doing Leopoldstadt, New York. Now that I'm back to LA, and of course was on strike for a long time, and now I'm just unemployed, I've got a lot of free time. I think I play 5 times a week now. So
What?
yes, I've become pickleball obsessed, and I do think I'm improving, although I may be plateauing. I got to take it to the next level.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is great. I feel like, you know, they have a pickleball tournament here a couple weeks ago, so maybe next year, you know, you'll be competing with the
come out and
pros.
play. Yeah, maybe I'll bring the paddle.
Well, Joshua, thank you so much for taking time with us today. You were incredible to talk to you.
Thank you. I hope people will come out and see the show.
Yes, no, definitely. Joshua, thank you so much again. You can catch Joshua Molina at McCallum Theater on February 4th. You can get your tickets online at mccallumtheater.org. We're going to be right back. We are sitting with Kathy Caldwell. You've been doing art on Main Street in La Quinta for how many years now?
This is my 18th year.
What made you want to be a part of the Art on Main Street event?
It supports the local artists, the local people come. It's a good way to meet your neighbors,
Yeah.
good way to keep your business going. And it's fun. I've always enjoyed it. This event is a nice assortment of well done work.
Yeah.
All different mediums, all different designs and styles. The assortment's great. I hand fabricate every piece. They're all one of a kind. I'm influenced by mid-century retro.
How long does it take you to make a piece like this?
You know, it's hard to say because I just don't work on one piece at a time.
Okay.
I'll usually work on 3 or 4, but it's a lot of labor.
Yeah.
It really is, because you start out with a sheet of metal, you start out with a round wire, cut out with a funny looking saw, and that's what you end up with. Constantly, I'm making new things.
Wow.
And I try to always have new things before each show, because my customers know what I have.
Well, now we're with artist Garrison Wind. You have been a part of Art on Main Street really since it started, right?
Right, it's been 8 years.
That's amazing. Can we talk about the artwork that you make? You make these amazing, beautiful umbrellas. Can you talk about this piece behind us?
Sure. This is a patio umbrella, so it's 9 feet across. It comes blank, and I paint it. This is tropical. I do some other things that are beverage interests, like I do some martini umbrellas and
That's so
some
fun.
wine bottle umbrellas.
What made you get into creating these type of art pieces?
I knew an artist that was painting umbrellas over 25 years ago, and so I was a personal friend of his, and I just sort of thought, well, I can do that too.
Yeah.
And so I was in Huntington Beach at the time, and that's where I started my business, and I'm still going, 25 years.
Now we are with the artist Robert Wheel. I am so excited to talk to you about these incredible pieces. Let's start with this piece right behind us. Where was your inspiration by this piece? Tell us how you made it.
This is a mixed media piece. It's on aluminum. It's got acrylic. Some of it's done with a traditional brush painting. Some of it is done with an airbrush without any masking, so it has a kind of a soft feather edge to it.
Beautiful.
It's covered with an epoxy finish, which gives it a high gloss.
How long does it take from start to finish one of these pieces?
It's difficult sometimes to say because, you know, a lot of it just depends on how it all goes together. But a piece like that, I think I could probably make within 2 to 3 days.
Well, it's beautiful. And then we have to talk about this piece next to us. I love this so much because it's so many different little pictures in here, the collage, and then even the backdrop kind of gives into that Palm Springs mid-modern. Can we talk about this piece?
The print is actually a canvas digital print. Old photos, some are graphics, some are videos. Sometimes I actually hand draw in some of the actual stuff.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Palm Springs Unwrapped. We'll see you next week.